Okay, now we can see the console output that the CMD gives us back with the comments that we are defined there. Okay, now we need to check if this value is inside the output of the CMD. I will check it very simple. I will search for status and I will search between status and name for the word online or the word that he is defined there. Okay. If I go inside there, I will start by adding a new object element to the array that we have defined on the top. I will define the server status and then I will feed it inside the push. Okay. At first, I will search inside the console output. Let relevant string path, and then I will try to make a substring from console output index of status to console log point index of name. Okay. The first output. Oh, there's a name. Okay. Then I have to create their index of with a little more complex index of, but everything that this does is that it makes a substring. That means a smaller string that contains everything from the start of the first word status here to the index of name that's normally here, but with this I say okay, the name has to be after the status, the first status that are in the string. Okay, and now I can say okay, server status, then we create a key name. That name only represent the key value, that means only this element, and then the status. So the status means the relevant string part has to be included. The defined is on value. That means I can easily get this get state, and here is on. So looks very complex, but it only means is inside the relevant string part the word that is defined in the object on the top. Okay. Now I think we are ready to look to the front end. We will transfer the data that we are get it here to the front end. Okay. Now our object is an array with an object that contains a name and a status. Okay. then we can try to show it here in the HJS. Okay, in the HJS we now will show the name, and with a space the status. That has to be only true and false. If we now refresh the page, I hope everything works well, but I think the server still running. Okay, yes. Okay, it's not working because we go through all servers, looking into every server. Okay, I will look what I will select here. Relevant string part is the first part. And here I will looking what the server status looks like. So now I will restart the server, will refresh. Now we should see okay. Okay, I'm searching for the word status. But if I'm looking here, they don't find the word status. But I thought I have written it right. Okay. Okay, and we will see in a second. Okay, I found my mistake. The index of function will the index where they starting to search afterwards the word that it will search. If I change this way, you will see if I restart the server and refresh that in these lines we only see the status and online. Okay, now the relevant part is right. We can see the status was detected. That means it set it to true. And now we push the status inside the server's online array. Okay, now I will look why it's not showing in the front end. The way I will solve it is to looking what server's online represents. I will restart the server, refresh the page. I will see an empty array. But why? Server is online is an array. Then I push something inside the array. I think the problem is that my library works async. That means that the exec function works, I think, behind the main function. That means if I now state the server, we will see that at the beginning the brackets, the array is empty, and then we afterwards adding the elements. That means we has to look, that's the way I will solve it, is I looking if E +1 equals all server names .length, and then I will send the page back. Now I think the server gets the information that it needs. So good. Okay. We will see us in the next part of this tutorial.